Hello, my name is Laura, and today for the Legal History of EL Education and Research report, I chose to talk about the No Child Left Behind Act, which was enabled in 2001. The following served as a revision for the Elementary and Secondary Education Act that was passed in 1965 by former President Lyndon B. Johnson. What the following act consisted of, hold on, I can't pull it up, okay. The following act consisted of a closing gap barrier between these quote-unquote disadvantaged students in their learning environment, learning general education classroom environment. What I mean by the following is, before and foremost, the No Child Left Behind Act inclusively helped out these four key groups, which consisted of students that suffered in poverty, students in race, students who were disabled or they were, let me find the word. They received special education services, which was the disabled. And lastly, but most importantly, the one we're going to be discussing today, which is this children who spoke little to limited to no English at all. And this was a very important tool into the learning environment because this law was very controversial. Many say that it did help, many say it didn't. It just worsened the classroom environment and these students. What I mean by the following is, so let me show up a con for this act that people said didn't benefit at all. A quote, let me pull up a quote. On the other hand, some say that the No Child Left Behind Act focused too much on the standardized testing. Some schools ended up teaching to the test, focusing only on what students were tested on. This left little time for anything else kids may have needed or wanted to learn. So what I mean by this is that this was a huge issue for the students, not for the teachers, because all they were interested in was making these students excel the exam and nothing besides that. So this created a barrier for what children actually wanted to learn or what they were actually learning, opposed to what the test wanted them to learn or see them achieve. So, but we do see that this something that I did really find interesting was that it says by the year 2025, 25% of the students in the gen ed classroom is going to have they're going to be ELL students, which is pretty fascinating, crazy to just consider, because that's 1/4. So everyone in every 4 students is going to be ELL population. So that's pretty amusing. Now the strategy, quickly, I'm going to discuss the strategy that I chose for my report was strategy number 4, which was this visual scaffolding. I chose visual scaffolding because once you're a student in the learning environment, I'm a visual learner, therefore something I would like to do is like visualize and picture like whatever it is I'm looking at is visual images being displayed, photographs, pictures, all these things characterized, and then I want to tie them into what the professor or the instructor is saying. So it's a very much helpful tactic for students, and then in the ELL community is also a huge component.